what's the first few days of this rookie camp been like for you?
Pretty exciting. We got a pretty young group, so that's always fun. A lot of energy in those guys, especially those. There's a lot of familiar faces from the league I used to play in, especially a lot of the CHL guys. So, like I said, it's a young group and it's a lot of energy.
What are your expectations for this week? What do you want to show?
For me, I just kind of want to get back in the mix and kind of just show what I was supposed to show last year. I was sadly helped out with a shoulder injury, so I've had a while to go without some hockey here. So, just kind of getting myself back in the mix, reestablishing, my position here in the organization, and also just connecting with all these new boys that are around.
What was that recovery like?
It wasn't fun. It was a long time, but I was luckily up here with a bunch of great trainers and stuff, so they kept me honest, and luckily made it maybe a little bit earlier than I should have been back. But I've had a lot of time in the summer to train, and this is my first skate back with this intensity with this kind of guys because I've been out of the game for a bit. But it was a good process.
How difficult was it, Ty, when those minutes tick by and you can't be a part of it on the ice?
It's the worst. It's not fun. It's not fun being on the sidelines, but at the same time, you just gotta cheer for the boys that are out there and just do what I can off the ice.
How did you cope up mentally? How did you occupy your time and stay positive?
Try to keep myself busy. When I was up here training and rehabbing, I tried to stay at the rink for a while. It's not fun to just do your thing and go home whenever everyone else is still here training and stuff. So try to stick around the boys, watch practice. Just talk to them back and forth and stuff. But sorry, I didn't want to swear.
When you say you came back earlier than you thought, is it just a feel thing? You thought it was something more minor at the time?
With the shoulder?
Yeah.
Not really, because I did tear my labrum, so I had to get surgery, which wasn't ideal. But that was a 6-month process, which was terrible. So the first time I busted up my shoulder, I spent 6 to 8 weeks rehabbing. Felt really good coming back, and just unfortunately, when I first came back with the Marlies, I just got a weird little tweak, and I had to get surgery after that. So
that's what you mean by you thought you came back early, because it wasn't an impact thing that happened.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a weird thing that happened, and then I spent a good bit of time rehabbing. Felt really good. Got some stink games down with the Growlers, and then came back up and just unfortunately just got a weird hit, and it pushed it right out. So not much I can do about that one.
Is there anything that you learn about yourself, especially during that rehab process, that you might have not known before?
Definitely. Maybe I'm not as good handling time by myself as I thought I was, but luckily I got a bunch of brothers and a bunch of brothers up here too with my teammates, so they helped keep me busy and kept me in good spirit.
When was the surgery?
Sorry?
When was the surgery?
It was January.
Did you have it
Yeah.
here?
I did have it here, yeah.
I remember Morgan Raddick saying this a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
when he missed most of his draft year with the knee injury that eventually made him mentally stronger, having gone through that. Do you think, looking down the road, that can work for you as well?
I think definitely. I think, I took it pretty hard right off the start, but I had a lot of great people in my ear up here, and if a month goes by, I'm almost more fired up to get back in it. And even though I'm stuck like this, I'm not even moving, but I'm still more fired up just to get right back in it. And now that I'm moving, I kind of just want to reestablish myself, like I said, and just show what I can do.
So you're looking for that this weekend then, obviously, to get
Yeah.
that groove, if you will?
Definitely this weekend and the weeks to come. We got a couple big weeks coming up here, and then obviously there's Leafs camp, Marlies camp. So those two things I'm really looking forward to. But this weekend's, we're definitely looking to make an impact up in Montreal. We're not going in lightly, but I'm just prepping for that stuff.
On the time off, did you find yourself watching more hockey than you might have before? Or
more just clips. Not so much just games and stuff. Obviously you're watching that stuff, but more just asking for little clips of maybe someone that's playing my game and someone they think I could play like. So they'll shoot those over to me.
The guys who are kind of picking you up, whose message kind of resonated? What stood out from the words of support you got?
We had a bunch of great vets that I was with the Marlies. Clifford was a great one. Blandisi, Shaw, even the younger guys were great with me. So, do you have those big vets that are just kind of in my ear, hey, don't worry about it. It happens. But yeah, that was just great to have those guys in my ear.
What would a good season look like for you this year?
Like I said, not that I want to focus so much on just getting established, because I want to do way more than that, but just kind of getting comfortable again, because I did miss that last year, which I should have probably had, but like I said, stuff happens, and just kind of want to establish where I am in the lineup and on the team.
What have the first few days of this camp been like for you?
It's been fun. A couple practices under our belt, and just looking to have come to Montreal with a little bit of want to win 2 games there. So just looking to have fun there and win.
What sort of intensity are you expecting?
I mean, pretty intense. Like everyone's looking to prove themselves and stuff like that. So expect everyone to come out with some jam, and it's gonna be 2 good games.
What's it going to be like to kind of wear that sweater in that building and kind of, we know what the rivalry is at any level, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to wear the jersey for sure. Such a great organization, so it's gonna be fun to put the sweater on.
What expectations do you put on yourself for this upcoming season?
I mean, I want to make the Maple Leafs, so that's my expectation, and just looking to improve every day and get better, and learn from all the great people in here.
I know it was a short stint with the Marlies last year, but what do you think the biggest thing you took away from being a pro was?
I mean, everyone just works a little bit harder, and they're a little more detailed, and everything's a little bit cleaner. So, just looking to touch up my game and try to get better every day and make the jump.
What do you think you can bring to the Leafs this season?
I think I can bring a 200-foot game, and a guy who wins draws, can penalty kill and stuff like that, and just bring a complete game, help the team win.
Sorry, Jacob, is there inspiration in a sense when you look back at last year, no one expects Fraser Minton to make the team out of camp, and he does, and you look at that and say, okay, that can be an example for some of those other guys? Or
Yeah, I mean, anybody can make it at any time. He's a great player, and he's looking to just prove himself and try to make the jump just like me. So, he's a great player. So he's gonna get the games.
How do you know if you're ready, I guess, for the NHL?
I mean, I put in the work. I think I'm confident out there. I mean, I put in the work every day in the gym, on the ice. So I'm just gonna play my game.
How big of a challenge is it, considering like the Leafs, they're a contending team, they're bringing in guys. Like when you look at this training camp coming up, how big of a challenge do you see?
I mean, it's a big challenge, but anywhere you go is going to be a big challenge. So, just looking to improve every day, and if I get the opportunity, I'm going to try to make the most of it.
What was the summer like? Did you get some time at home after we saw you at summer development camp?
Yeah, I went back to Ottawa for a bit, trained there, and then I came here in start of August and started training here, and it's been good to get under the program here and just kind of get in the groove of things, and I think it's helped me out quite a bit.
be able to mingle with some of the Leafs then?
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
It's good. They work so hard, and there's a lot to learn from them. They do the small little things very well, so it's been good to see that.
Who did you skate with in the summer?
Like here,
When you went home?
went home. Just a small group, a couple Canadian college guys, QMJHL guys, stuff like that.
What can you tell us about Danford's status here?
He's still being evaluated, and is unfortunately he's not going to be available for the weekend. So that's all I know on that end.
How's he holding up just mentally? Like
I talked to him. Yeah, he seems like he's good. He came in. It was just again, it's stuff like that happens. It's unfortunate, but he's still being evaluated.
Will he go with you guys on the trip just to
No.
get the experience?
No, I don't think so. I should answer that because I don't know the answer, but I wouldn't think he would, just because he's still being evaluated. That's the reason.
Another guy missing, Robert Mastro-Simone. Just wondering if there's any.
Yeah, he won't be available either. He's just he's got a little nagging thing that's going on, and it's better to keep him off the ice for now.
What stands out to you about how Ty Voit has worked his way back after obviously a really tough injury?
Yeah, he's had some tough ones. He had a bit of a setback last year in the Prospects tournament in Traverse City, and then his first game back, same thing. So hopefully the shoulder's healthy now, and he can go on the ice and showcase his abilities.
What do you like about what he can bring when he's healthy?
Well, anytime you score 100 points in a league, I mean that's pretty impressive. I mean, it's not anyone can do that. So he's got a great vision and a good feel for the game. So we just want to get him to feel comfortable strength-wise, where he can translate it to this level.
Jake Quillan said, like, the goal for him coming to training camp is to make the Leafs. What stands out about him as a player, and just the confidence that he has to say that out loud and make that assessment of
Well, it's great that he feels that way. Every player should. I mean, he came from a good college program in the U.S. They won a national championship. He has that pedigree and he understands what it takes to win. So with that being said, he feels like he has value. So they signed him for a reason. At the end of the day, he's going to come here and just start with us, and then have a good showing, and then go from there. Because that should be any kid's dream, when they get signed. So for him, he's just got to stay focused, make sure he's focused on the little things, structurally away from the puck, and the rest of it will take care of itself.
What are you expecting in these these 2 games? The intensity, like what sort of games are you expecting?
The energy is going to be high. From what I understand, it's going to be a sold-out Bell Center, and that's pretty impressive, actually. If that's, and anytime you get in that environment, the energy, is going to be a lot of it. So it's be exciting. It'll be a good test for us, good challenge, and a lot of enjoyment for our guys as well. To come, whether it's where they came from college or Canadian Hockey League. It's just will be fun for us to get out there and play some games against somebody else.
When you look at the development curve of a guy like Quillan, he's at that point in the career where it's either you make the big team or you're back in junior. I mean, how do you look at that as a coach in the development business?
Well, I think for any coach, he's gonna understand. Like Colin wants to make the team. I mean, he's a competitor. At the end of the day, coaches are going to want guys that they know they can trust and that they can put out in certain situations. He'll be fine as far as he's just got to work on things away from the puck. We know what he can do with it. But I enjoy having him out there. And again, he's just got to understand when to make a play and when not to, live the fight kind of another day and put the puck in deep and go chase it. So he'll figure that out. He's a smart guy, but it's exciting just to see where he is and where he may end up. That's up to him and moving forward.
But how do you look at that if he had to go back to junior? Like some people would say, well, it's counterproductive. He's done all he can do down there. But how do you see that?
I'm all about the rules of the rules.
Yeah.
I was a coach in the Ontario Hockey League. I understand it. I'm sure this coach would like it down there, from a standpoint of not just helping the team, but also to help the younger players develop too, because having a player like that. But that's out of my control. I just worry about what we can control, and I'm sure he's thinking the same thing.
Fraser Minton said he was rereading a couple of books, including Ego is the Enemy. And just to remind him that you haven't arrived, you're always working. How would you describe him as a person, kind of how humble he is, the modesty that you see?
Well, I think just what you said is all I need to say. I see it. What he said is exactly what I see from a distance, and I don't think you can fake that. So it's good for him to understand that, and it's probably a really good book.